Om Sri Sai Ram. My journey with Swami has been very long. That's my good fortune. And started fairly early age. Initially, when we were students in Andhra University in 64, 65, we never heard about Swami. Only after I got into IPS, I went to Mussoorie for my training, initial foundation course. There I met some people from Kerala and other states, one or two states, who mentioned about Swami and about the greatness of Swami. I said I never heard about him in Andhra. But I had a fascination because my family had a close contact with Shirdi Sai Baba. My grandfather, my father, a lot of Shirdi Sai Baba literature, photos were in my house. So from childhood, I have been reading them and looking at Shirdi Sai Baba photo and thinking that I was not there when he was there, like that, since childhood. Barring that, I never heard anything about Sathya Sai Baba in my college days. After I finished my training in Mount Abu, first we had to go to Anantapur for because that police training college in Andhra was in Anantapur at that time. So we had to be there for a month or so. So at that time I asked one of my colleagues that I would like to go to Puttaparthi. Then he arranged, then he said, the Swami is there and we'll go. So one evening we went there. So there Swami was the first time I saw Swami. That was in 1966. And not much of crowd. Old mandir was there. So our man went and told, I think somebody, and then that man, then they said, you sit here in the veranda. After the bhajan, Swami will see you. Swami was very freely moving at that time. So I didn't know. Then some nice bhajan was going on. I too participated in that. It was very nice, very sublime. After that, Swami came out and then he called me into the interview room. I, along with one more person who accompanied me, he also came. Then Swami sat on the ground. There's nothing there. I thought there was some chairs or some sofas and all. Nothing. Later on, one corner that chair used to be there for Swami to sit. But otherwise there was nothing. Swami sat there and we also sat next to him. And for about 30-40 minutes with great love and affection, he talked about life, the various issues that will be troubling us, how we think on certain issues. Many nice things Swami told, which are very tremendous impression. And the more than what he told me was the way he told me. With so much affection, regard, concern, that type of thing you don't normally get from others. From your mother or father or somebody like that you will get. But Swami's affection and love was so overwhelming. After that, he said, okay, I'll talk to you, and took me 3-4 steps on the way to the room upstairs, and there used to be a curtain. So just behind the curtain, 3-4 steps, that is the privacy. There was no separate room and all that. So this man who came with me, that local officer, he stayed back. So there he asked me, so what is, anything you want to ask me or anything? I said, sir, Swami, I want to, should I get married now? My mother is very particular. Then he said, yes, you should get married. I will take care of you. In fact, your mother has seen a girl and she is from your own very close relation also. And you are not saying anything and she is worried also, I know. No, don't have all those things. Tell her that you will marry her and be happy. I will look after you. Repeatedly he said this. And then he gave me one ring, beautiful silver ring with gold, this thing, Omkaram. which was a big sort of thing for me. I mean, first time I'm seeing Swami producing something out of nothing. I felt elated. And he said, "You come to me whenever you have any this thing. You don't bring others with you. You come alone whenever you feel like, and I will look after you all the time." Like that, he blessed me profusely, and then I came out. Then I went back to Anantapur that night. So this had next 3-4 days. It had tremendous impact. Whatever I was doing, whatever I was doing, constantly Swami's presence, Swami's teachings were all around me, and the love I experienced. That is something I cannot also tell even now. You all know it has to be experienced only. So that was the first time. So Swami always used to refer later on. He came here like a bachelor, now he's already 60, like that he was saying when I was 60 years old. So from that time onwards, I was going to Swami. Then I was reading Swami's books and all. And then that had also a lot of impact on me, the way Swami was thinking on issues and all that. So then I went again to give the marriage card. Swami was then in Whitefield. So I went and gave the card, he took the card up. Then there was a very small crowd, this tree and all were not there still. Only Swami used to come out of the gate. On either side, one side ladies, one side men were sitting. So he would just go around, any letters and all he would take, he would speak something and then again go into the bungalow. I'm talking about 66, 67 and all that. So I gave the card and all. He said he blessed me and all the Dora blessed me. I was very happy. Then I came back. I went home. So since then, I was posted to Warangal. My first posting had a lot of tough time because Telangana air station was there and all that. I mean, days were without food and all. Underwent a lot of turmoil, but that gave me a good grounding and a good name also. Swami's grace. People appreciated our work and all that. So like that, then after that I was different postings. I came to city, Hyderabad city. Then Swami used to come and stay in V.D. Prasadarao's house at that time. And that was the time when Swami laid the foundation stone for Shivam. I was there in inauguration also because I was working in Hyderabad city. Swami said, "You are doing good work, continue like that." Then after that I was posted to Karimnagar. Then like that. Then I was, luckily I was posted to Anantapur SP. So Anantapur SP gave me opportunity to meet Swami because it was part of my jurisdiction and some important festivals were there, like this thing. My first daughter was born, so we took her. Then Swami blessed her and we named her Sai Leela. So Swami blessed her, gave her a locket and all that, and said she will do well. And then I went for a Dasara. Then I noticed that no government agency was working in Puttaparthi. So many people were. Normally when there is a big pilgrimage and all, we do a lot of things. The health department does a lot of things. The police regulates the people, this thing and all. So much of work is involved, public gathering. But nothing was found there. Then I told collector and then DMHO and all these people that why are we not caring for the Puttaparthi? People come from all states. It was not a big crowd, but fairly big crowd even then. I'm talking about 70, 71. Fairly big crowd. So we should do our job. So like that, from the police side, of course, we got some policemen, extra men, some officers and all. And those days and all, we took care of all these things. But also we activated the DMHO for that sanitation and things like that. And Swami will never ask government to do this or do that. That was what I was noticing since then. He would never take the help of government and all that. So I attended all the three main functions at that time. Swami's, one is Dasara, then Swami's birthday, and Sivaratri. Sivaratri taking out that lingam and all. That was also a very unique experience for me when I first saw that. That was in the Shanti Vedika, they used to call it. These Kulwant Hall and all were not there. I'm talking about 72, 71, 72, 73, like that. So, it was a very nice, joyous occasion when Swami used to mingle, meet, talk, bless. It was such a nice sort of experience we had with Swami, and all the time encouraging us and all that. Then I got a transfer. Then I wanted to go to Bangalore, Mysore, and Swami was in Bangalore at that time. So I wanted to take leave of him there. So I went to Whitefield, that old building. Then Swami said, Swami, they transferred me to Karimnagar or someplace. So before that I wanted your blessings, and also I came here. And then I want to go to Mysore. Just to see Mysore, that's all, as a tourist. Then Swami said, no, you go to Mysore, and when you come back, you stay with me in Whitefield. Then I was very happy. So I went to Mysore and came back. Then Swami said, you stay here. So one room downstairs they gave me in that old building of Swami, Whitefield. And that room was just behind Swami's room. Upstairs Swami room, downstairs was my room. I didn't know all that. So my daughter used to, sometimes midnight she will get up and cry without any reason. We all got used to it, but suddenly she started doing that in Whitefield also. So we were very worried. It may disturb others and all, and also we tried to pass by and all. But she was, as usual, some 1 hour or so she will cry and then quiet and she will sleep off. So then Swami next day said, Amma Edustundi Ratri, Edustundi and Telaganu. Swami said, Parale, it's okay, don't get worried. Tarvatan somebody told us that your room is just below Swami's room. That means Swami would have been disturbed quite a lot by this child crying. And several times, years afterwards also, Swami would, whenever my daughter was with me, Swami would say, Aratri edustundu kada, Yamai kada. That means this child was crying that night. And just laugh it off. How he remembers all those details, years later. That's really remarkable. So we spent nicely 3 days there. Swami's mother also was there at that time, Ishwarama. And then Swami was going to put Anantapur, Women's College was under construction. So he said, I'll go and come back by evening. Like that he went. And when he went out, all of us gathered at the portico. And somebody will bake a coconut and all, and then Swami will get into the car. So this Ishwarama, Swami's mother, Divine Mother, she was telling Swami, you come back quickly. These days, evening, there's a lot of rain and all, that monsoon time. A lot of sort of heavy rainfall and roads get washed away and all. So you please come back quickly. Please come back. And like that, the mother. See that mother's love. Swami, everybody knew Swami. So this thing. But for her, Swami's welfare or, he should come back without any physical discomfort or anything. So she was emphasizing on that. and telling. Then Swami was looking all at us, and it was very amusing for us. Why? I mean, we all think that Swami, what will happen to Swami? He'll go and come, and he has averted so many incidents and all, catastrophes. So why will anything happen to him? But mother's concern and love is entirely different. So she was saying, I said, then Swami, as we said, which is Sunday, I'll come back. Don't get worried like that. And then Swami got into the car. Again, evening he came back, and then we were there. Like that, 3 days I was there with Swami. Food also, all of us were together were having. Swami was sitting in a separate table, and then we were all around in that dining hall. And then when we left, Swami gave a sari to my wife and gave some shaving kit to me. And giving the sari, Swami said, నువ్వు పుట్టింటికి వచ్చినప్పుడు ఇలా ఇస్తారు కదా, సో ఇది పుట్టిల్లు అనుకో, ఇది యు సీ ది ఎఫెక్షన్ ఆఫ్ స్వామి, ఇది నీ కన్నవారిల్లు అనుకో, అందుకని నేను ఇస్తున్నాను నీకు ఇది అని బ్లెస్డ్ మీ. అండ్ దెన్ daughter was already there, so he said, next you will have a son. Like that he told. I didn't ask, nor was I expecting anything. Swami himself said, in a casual way, next time you will have a son, and I think that should be enough for you. Otherwise I will take care of you, and everything. Like that he blessed us. And then we came back to Anantapur. Then I went away to another district. So whenever Swami was coming to Hyderabad, we were coming and meeting him. Then Swami said, in one occasion I said, Swami, I would like to come for Guru Purnima this time. Then Swami said, you will come nearer to me in all respects. So I was happy about it. So like that, then I had to go to Krishna district and all. It's far away, from those days there was no transport and all. Coming from Krishna to Puttaparthi, of course, some trains, like that. So anyway, all that was there. So later on, I had a son, as expected. We didn't have any doubt also. After 1.5, 2 years, I think, we had a son. And when the son was growing and all that, Swami started a school, residential school in Ooty for children. Then I said, Swami, I would like to put this boy in your school. And then Swami said, can you stay there? I said, yes, Swami, all the children are there, this boy also will be there. So I put this boy in Swami's school. So that was one additional contact for us. And Swami, you see the thing, Swami would go to the school at least once, definitely a year, and with each child he will take a photo, and he will take them for a picnic or something. Himself he will go with them, you see, and he will make the teacher write the child should write a letter to the parent every week, because we'll worried, he knows. So some scribbling of this thing by the child every week. So many precautions Swami took so that the parents are putting the child in my institution, having faith in me. So you have to behave like this, you have to do like this, you have to take care of the children like this. Everything was, because once when I went there also, Swami was there and he was explaining. And he got an old lady principal from Calcutta, a very great lady, a lot of experience in schools and all, devotee. So she was there. And other teachers all were there, and then every small thing Swami was taking interest in that big house, and it went on like that. So those days, again, that was a sort of an additional point. And I was in the CBI those days on deputation, first in Vizag and then later on in Hyderabad. So we used to have a lot of work, and that was the time when Swami started later on building these colleges. So they wanted a lot of cement. So Kalan Jogara was there, the engineer. Those days it was extremely difficult, cement and all that. Everything was a controlled commodity. But Swami's institution, Swami's requirement means anybody will react, whether a devotee or not. So he told me, then I came back and talked to the industry secretary and all these people that Swami is building huge colleges and all, and it's a time-bound program. So we require so many tons of cement, so much of steel. Steel also was a big problem, controlled commodity. So Hindustan Steel or something it would have given. Then some people would give this in steel ingots. We had to re-roll them. There's what is called re-rolling mills. So according to the requirement of the engineers there, we had to re-roll them and send them to Puttaparthi. Like that cement. All these things we tied up. And everything was going on smoothly. But once when I was sitting in the veranda, Swami was telling others in my presence, you know what all they do in Hyderabad? They take the iron blocks, get it re-rolled somewhere, then send it here. And cement is like this. They come from so and so factory. Directly the lorry comes here. Everything what we were doing here, Swami was explaining to the other people in the veranda. I was wondering how Swami going into such details, which is everything is fact. So anyway, that logistic this thing was there, so everything was going on. So that's how the buildings and all were done in very, very fast time. Even that residential school, that with Krishna and all that, Swami got it done. And then the hostels, all that in one go. And then Swami said, we'll also have a university. So Dr. Bhagawan, all these big people were there, educationists. They said, Swami, how can you have university? We have just started the college. How can you have university? Nobody will give. And then Swami wanted one college of Bangalore, two colleges in Anantapur and Puttaparthi to be clubbed as one deemed university, which is generally not accepted at that time. But Swami said, you right, why are you worried? They'll give like that. And everywhere Swami's name meant a lot of things, because everything is done very selflessly without no money didn't play any role there. Education was free. So everybody reacts. So, this is what I learned. You need not be a devotee. I noticed, even if it's a non-devotee, the moment I mention, because so many times for so many jobs I had to go to government agencies, the moment I mention it is a Satsang organization, this is what is required, immediately they will say, yes, we'll go ahead. Like that airport also. Nobody objected, nobody wanted to put any spoke in that. Normally, bureaucracy, they'll ask 100 questions before giving any approval. Nothing. Swami's thing means that fellow will immediately react. That's one unique thing I noticed, doing Swami's work. There was no problem for us. They'll very happily do. So all those things we were, number of small issues were there, and all those things were very quickly sorted out, and So then Swami asked them to apply to the government of India, Education Ministry and all, for deemed university status. The UGC chairperson, one lady, was also a Swami's devotee. So there was no problem, Education Minister, everybody was having a soft corner for Swami. So they said, okay, we'll give it. And the deemed university came. And the first convocation went, but by the time that Purnachandra Auditorium was there, so the convocation was there. Nani Palkiwala was the man who came and gave a beautiful lecture. So there, Bhagavan himself was translating Swami's speech at that time. he himself said, I never believed that I will get a deemed university so early. And Swami said, you, Bhagavantanu Rai, no, Vastundani annaru. But I never thought he will get it. But now, here it is, and we're having the first convocation. So the methodology and the Swami spending time with the children, students, they are all new things. And then this white dress and all started coming. Then everybody started wearing white dress. And unique thing was, we could see the change in the students after they joined Puttaparthi. I mean, the reactions, their reflections, their behavior. And Swami used to constantly talk to them. So many, now we get so many articles by the old students and all. So the impact of this was so great. And the college and all did a good, they came up very nicely. Even the first, of course, the college in Anantapur, for the women college, there also the President Giri came for inauguration. Brahman Reddy was CM, he came. Education Minister was P.V. Narasimha Rao, he came. And Governor of Karnataka, an ICS officer was there, Dharmavir, he came. It was a star-studded program in Anantapur in those days. In 71, 72, I'm talking. All these people were there for the inauguration of that college. And it was on a Guru Purnima day. So morning, all function regarding that. Evening, all devotees. Beautifully, they decorated the stage and all that Tamil Nadu devotees. And Swami gave a beautiful lecture, and it was a very nice sort of Guru Purnima we had in Anantapur. So what I'm saying is, it was spreading. So in Swami's speech also, you can see in some of the speeches also, he was telling the old devotees that you are all thinking that it's all this, like this, but now I have gathered everything. Now the building will be constructed, and now people will come from all places. Like that he was telling his old devotees. So that was happening around that 70s I'm talking about. Because then Swami's sort of footprints spread all over India and other countries also. Because whenever we went to Puttaparthi and all, we would see in the train and all, we will see people from Nepal, people from Bihar, people from interior villages of UP. All those people were coming to Puttaparthi. And we were wondering, Swami never went to those areas. How they're all coming from West Bengal. Here, going from Hyderabad itself, we were thinking it's a long way or something. But they are all coming from those areas. So we could do a lot of service, of course, to the devotees who come for Swami's birthday and all that. Because those days, meter gauge train was there from Sikidrabad to Guntakal to Dharmavaram. And they all come in a broad gauge. So all the festivals, we used to have reception centers in our Sikidrabad railway station. See, this is one nice thing. It's all like a family, Swami is this thing. So nice reception centers we were having, because I was in the CBI, so railways and all were known to us, so we talked to them. And they readily gave areas in the main platform. And we arranged very nice reception centers. So people coming from various states were very ordinary people. So the moment they came, our Sevadal people were taking them, because they have to go from one platform to another, broad gauge to meter gauge. Meter gauge train was in the afternoon. So they will all put their luggage here. They'll all ask them to have bath, then they give them some food, then again some lunch. Then they shift them to that area. And then the train would come. Then we will ask the train. Many times we used to request them to have additional bogies. And on main days, special train to Puttaparthi. They obliged. So 55th birthday, I remember huge crowds were there. And railways were very, very helpful. And Another bottleneck was there. After we get down in Dharmavaram, we had to go to Puttaparthi. So we had to get a bus to the railway station to take them to Puttaparthi. So RTC was there, so we could tell them they would send this. But normal days, what was the system was, then those days, we get down, take one Tonga and go to the bus stand. And from the bus stand, you wait till the bus comes to go to Puttaparthi, then go in that bus. So the early morning, we used to get down at 2:30 or 3 and take a Tonga and go to railway, this bus station. Whereas when big festival is there, all the people to the destination is only Puttaparthi, we used to ask the RTC buses to come to special buses also, we also asked them, and they would oblige. But Swami suddenly felt, what will happen to the Tonga fellows? They'll go without livelihood. So one day he called me up in Puttaparthi. So Kutumbarao, somebody was there, Swami Pilchar I went there. Then Swami said, ఇలా బస్సులు ఏర్పాటు చేశారు డైరెక్ట్గా, Tonga fellows, వాళ్ళ livelihood is gone, so we should give some compensation. I was a little taken aback. It is true of course, but then that is a system. Thousands of people are coming. There will be hardly 10 or 12 Tongas. They can't, even if you engage, how can they carry all these people? So, and the devotees were happy because they come out, the buses were ready to take them to Puttaparthi. Then Swami gave some money. He said, you go to the police station, Dharmaram, and call all the Tongas fellows in the evening and give them 500 or some amount. I don't remember now. 500 is a big amount at that time. But big amount only Swami gave, some 500 rupees or so for each Tonga man. So I told the sub-inspector, you call all the Tonga fellows, I'll come from Puttaparthi, let us say by 4 p.m. or 5 p.m. and then I'll have a chat and some money I have to distribute and all. But call all the fellows who are normally in the station, railway station. So that sub-inspector sent word and all those fellows were there. So I went there with the money Swami gave me. So they were all thinking, why police called us, what is going to happen and all. They were very scared. Then I went and said, no, we called you for this purpose. Swami చెప్పారు ఇది, మీకు ఏమీ తిండి అది లేకుండా అయిపోయింది, మీకు ఈ 10 రోజులు మీకు ఇలాగే ఉంటుంది. సో మీకు ప్రతి వాళ్ళకి ఏదో 500 రూపాయలు ఇమ్మన్నారు, ఇలాగ ఇమ్మన్నారని ప్రతి వాళ్ళకి I gave. They were in tears. Said, అయ్యో Swami thought of us, 500 is a big amount for us. And it was a very moving sort of thing. So this is a typical thing of Swami. How can Swami, why should, or how come he think of this Tonga guy, who is a small link between the panjas. The normal flow of panjas, okay, but not this type of panjas, you see. So I gave that money and they were very, very happy, and it is such a moving sort of thing.